vlog. It is Friday afternoon and I'm not gonna lie, it has been such an exhausting weekend. I feel so freaking tired. I don't know exactly what it is. I will say that Nico got sick on Monday, and it's always just like so sad when your baby is sick, and I'm still nursing him, and so I just feel like physically I want to be there for him so much when he is sick to help him feel better. And already we don't have childcare. Clayton and I are both working full-time freelance, so we are trading working and doing childcare. So already we're kind of at capacity, and then you add the extra layer of a kid like not sleeping well and just being more needy, and it's a lot. But thankfully he's like feeling better, and that's really the most important thing. And this weekend I'm just gonna try to take a beat to fully recover and listen to my body and what I need. Speaking of listening to my body, I will say I'm not a great content creator, and the fact that I will never commit to like, I post a weekly vlog every single Sunday, or I post like X number of TikToks a week. I feel like I'm more like an intuitive content creator, and the fact that I want to like, listen to my body and when it feels right, because sometimes documenting actually helps me like, enjoy an experience more. I feel like seeing something through like an artistic lens and capturing it makes me feel like I really was in the moment. And sometimes it takes me out of the moment because I'm like, oh my God, like I have to like capture this and it feels stressful. And so I've really worked on just like feeling when it feels good. And this week, like it did not feel good to document. Like I just wanted to fully be present and in the moment and not have any cameras. And then today I'm like, okay, this would be kind of fun to pick up over the weekend. So that's how I feel in general with life, is just following your intuition and trusting your body. I feel like I do that with alcohol, food, spending money, exercise. I used to be extremely regimented. Like I am a type A Virgo, and I love a plan. Like I love saying I'm going to do this workout every single freaking day. I'm never gonna eat gluten and dairy. I'm gonna save this amount of money. And for some personalities, that structure is really important. For me, it's exhausting, and it's very, it can go to the extreme, if you know what I mean. So I started being like more intuitive and really trusting my body, that I know when things are good for me and I know when things are unhealthy, and that I can trust myself. So sometimes a glass of wine is actually like the best thing for me, and then sometimes it's negative. Sometimes documenting is really wonderful and a beautiful natural expression of my life, and sometimes it just feels like it's being forced and it's taking me away from the moment. So I'm really working on listening to that, and I'm also thinking a lot about like the value of experiences in life. Just with this trip in general, like I know that we're doing this to see like, is this a potential place that we could live? But also it's just like a really great experience, and I feel like I value experiences so much because I kind of think that's like the purpose of life, is to have as many experiences as possible. It expands your perspective of the world, helps you meet people, understand and empathize with people from different places. So that's been kind of fun. Whenever I get a little overwhelmed over the pressure of like, oh my God, like, are we gonna move to Europe now? I kind of take a step back and I'm like, okay, yes, that is one of the goals, but the main goal here is just to like have a new human experience. Let's go to the coffee shop. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done, and then I kind of wanna like chill a little bit and start that like recovery energy that I need. So I might pop into a couple of shops I've been wanting to check out. And then I need to get some new tulips because the space is empty and the apartment is just like not the same without tulips. So hopefully we can find some tulips before it starts raining. Are we gonna get rained on the bike? So I was like, oh, I need to wear like a cute outfit that matches the aesthetic of getting tulips. I can film a TikTok of me getting the tulips, and I was just like, F that, I just wanna be comfy. So I'm wearing the freaking same sweatsuit with this new puffer that Clayton got, and I just feel so good, and I wanna be comfy and warm on my bike at the coffee shop working. So that's what we're doing, intuitive dressing. Sorry, I'm not gonna have a cute TikTok of me getting tulips. I'm not gonna lie, that was like the worst bike ride ever. It was raining the entire time, and I made the poor decision to go to Toki, which is like across town. So it was a long bike ride, and then it was like so crowded, their Wi-Fi wasn't working, and I'm just like, you know when you just feel like you made the wrong decision, and then you're like trying to rally and like make it still a good time? That's kind of what happened. So we're done working. It was not the best working session, but I'm gonna go hop into a shop around the corner to try to make myself feel better. So that spot I went to is a consignment shop. I think it's actually all clothes from influencers in Amsterdam. Very cute stuff, but honestly, I do not feel very inspired to go shopping right now because it's still so cold and rainy, and like I don't really want another sweater, and then the like summery stuff is so cute and I'm so ready for it, but I just like can't be bothered to try it on when it's still so cold outside. So I'm gonna go check out a sneaker shop I've heard about instead. Okay, I was actually way more inspired by this store. I loved everything. I just can't decide which sneakers I want, so I'm gonna come back with Clayton to help me decide on like New Balance XL ones. So comment if you have a strong opinion on that, but I have to head over to the flower shop to get some tulips because they close very soon, so I need to get there quickly.
Thank you.
It is just not my day. I picked out a bunch of tulips after waiting 20 minutes for them to help me. I'm like, can I pay with my phone? They're like, yes. I tap it, it doesn't work because they only take debit cards, not credit cards. Do I have a debit card loaded into my phone? No.
I've been telling her for years, you gotta get Apple Pay set up on your phone.
No, not the time. So you know what you do on days like today? You just go right home. You go home and you do not leave the house again. You stay home, you order takeout, and you gotta reset the nervous system because things are just not working today. And you know what else you do? You put your head in your baby's lap. You put your head in your baby's lap. Can you take care of Mama? Mama is tired. Mama had a hard day.
Yeah, you gotta nurse Mama to sleep.
Give Mama kisses! I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, Hi, happy Saturday. Sorry I'm so backlit. I'm like rushing to Pilates class right now. But I just wanted to say that last night, oh, it was so needed. We had takeout, wine and chocolate, and freaking watched Confessions of a Shopaholic. And I have to say, Clayton and I do not watch a lot of TV. It kind of sounds cringe to say that. Like, you don't get an award for not watching TV. But we're just in a season where like, every night is so busy with like catching up with work, catching up with life admin, and if we're not doing that, we just want to do self-care or like connect with each other and not be on screens. So when we do have a night to like watch a show, it just feels like, ah, what a luxury. This is so fun. So now I'm going to Pilates class. The sun is out and I have a feeling it's going to change my life because I was pretty miserable in the rain yesterday, not gonna lie. Look who picked me up from Pilates class. I looked up from my reformer and you guys are just sitting there. honest, this is kind of like the bougie grocery store. This is like...
Hope doesn't know what's like a grocery shop around this
So
town.
Clayton also, he's the one who usually grocery shops for us, but we are gonna grab some things for dinner tonight. I'll show you what we're making, and we're gonna go to the nice grocery store because that's my favorite. There are a few brands I recognize, like Numi. Here is an example of how you would like read the ingredients in Dutch using the Google app.
Whoa.
Super helpful. Does that work?
This is gonna be French, so.
Oh.
Easy up.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my favorite grocery store because it's like the organic, nice market, has like the best brands, but it's definitely a little bit pricier compared to Albert. What is it called? Albert.
Oh, Albert Heijn.
Albert Heijn.
It's like just a different way of grocery shopping because like in the US you have your big fat car and you can just stuff all your groceries in. So you can plan for the week and do your shopping that way, but like here, you're just biking or walking. So like you can only lug so many groceries in 3 tote bags at a time.
I like it though because I don't like planning too far in advance. I just like thinking what do I want to eat for dinner tonight and like maybe tomorrow. Hi, so I am just here in the kitchen making dinner while Clayton is kicking the soccer ball with Nico, which is so adorable. Also, it's kind of rare that I make dinner because that's kind of Clayton's thing. I think we do a really good job of sharing the mental load. It's a very big conversation, especially since having Nico. And the way we do that is like, Clayton pretty much just owns grocery shopping and cooking because he just enjoys that more. I enjoy things like cleaning and laundry more. But we split a lot of things 50-50, like childcare, we both work full-time. But I'm making dinner tonight. This is a recipe that we are kind of obsessed with and make probably like once a week. So I'll put the recipe in the description of this video. But we modified it a ton, so like we'll change the vegetables. Sometimes we add meat, sometimes we don't. But the sauce is really good. So basically it's like a bunch of veggies roasted. And then I'll make some rice and this really yummy sauce. But I just wanted to like address how casually I was like talking about going to a bougie grocery store. I was like, if you don't know me or my history, that might come across kind of weird. So I do not come for money. Clayton does not. We have both like been those people pinching pennies for sure. I mean, my budget for food per week used to be like $20 or $30. I know I still like almost have to force myself to not look at the like cost per ounce of things because it almost became like an eating disorder with money. Like even when I actually was making enough money, I was so in that mindset of like needing to pinch pennies because I had big goals for my life and the only way to reach them was to like financially do that myself. That even when I had money, it was really hard for me to like relax around spending because my mindset was still so stuck in like that scarcity mentality. So for me, knowing that I tend towards restriction with things, it's actually really healthy for me sometimes to shop at the bougie grocery store and be like, you know what, life is short and I really like this experience more. And not everything is about saving money. Of course, within moderation, of course, I'm still going to be like financially responsible. But I know myself best and I know that like rules don't necessarily work for me. Or they do, but I love rules so much that I'm going to take them pretty far, and that freedom works really well for me, and like retraining my mind to a mindset that's like, enjoy life. Like it's not all about saving $5. So all that to say, it might not be that deep, but sometimes something as little as a grocery store can feel very liberating. Anyway, I had another story to tell you. So I had my first Dutch hate mail this week. I don't know if you would call it hate mail. I don't think it was like that stern of a letter, but it was just very shocking. I got a handwritten letter left in my bike basket, which like made me so stressed. Hold on, let me actually go get the note for you because you have to see this. Hold on. I mean, it is adorable. Like it's kind of aesthetic, but it stressed me out. So Clayton was actually going somewhere. He saw the note. he took it to a coffee shop, had a barista translate it, and basically someone's moving in next door and they want to park their bike next to like the pole so they can actually like chain it to something. And I was using that pole, which is interesting because like you don't own the pole, like it's in front of my apartment too. I'm like talking softly because all the windows are open and I'm like, are the new neighbors gonna hear me? But all of this is a great lesson, I think, in how Dutch culture, I feel like, is more welcoming to people being very forward about what they need. I was talking to the mommies at a playground about this because I told them about the letter and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, like Dutch people are very direct, have you noticed? And I was like, oh, I guess I have. It was all kind of coming together because I noticed I was at this coffee shop and I was like full working, like you could tell I had my headphones in, I had food, I had coffee, I was like deep work. Someone literally just comes up and is like, hey, could you move because I need to charge my laptop, and like my seat was close to an outlet. And of course I was like, yeah, like I'm glad they asked because I've been in that situation where I've been like them too afraid to ask and then it like ruins your work day. But I was like kind of surprised because that kind of thing has happened quite a bit, specifically in coffee shops, of people just like asking me to move. And I'm like, that's interesting, like that doesn't really happen in the States. I think people would feel like that was rude and the people who would ask you to move were actually being rude. And these people weren't, like it didn't bother me, but it was just like a split second where I was like, wow, I mean, good for you, asking for what you need. So I don't know, maybe that will like rub off on me because I wouldn't say I'm like the biggest people pleaser, but it definitely is ingrained in me. Like when I got that letter, like I felt anxious. Like I am definitely worried about someone like not liking me or doing something wrong. So I don't know, maybe I will start picking up on that. From Keukenhof. This is where all, is that how you say it?
Keukenhof.
Keukenhof? Something like that. This is where all the iconic tulips are. Oh, it's gorgeous. Tulips? Yeah. You see all the beautiful flowers? Thursday. I'm going to end the vlog here because my little brother just got to town. We went to the airport this morning with Signs and picked him up. It was so fun. It is his first time traveling internationally, so I'm very honored. It's to visit me. We have a fun weekend with him planned. He's actually going to be here for a week, so that'll be really fun. But thanks for coming along. I feel like this was a very chatty vlog, so thank you for riding all the emotions with me. I will see you soon.